you're not going to gain weight. You're not going to build muscle. You're not going to get stronger unless you fix this one problem. If you're dealing with an inflammatory condition like I am, hence the missing eyebrows, you're probably missing something that's keeping you from reaching your goals in the gym. Inflammation is an immune system response, and it takes a lot of energy for your system to stay in that heightened state for a long period of time, to the point where you lose your eyebrows or lose your hair, or if your skin starts changing color like mine does. If that's the case for you, your calorie intake is going to be much higher than you expect. So for me, I take in probably around 3,500 calories a day, and I'm at probably around 12% body fat. I am 178 pounds and I sit at 6 feet even, 6 feet half an inch, but we're not gonna count the half an inch. When I was first getting in the gym, I had clear skin. And so when I was training and eating, I could just eat whatever my body needed to maintain. And that was fine. I was gaining mass, I was getting stronger. I was reaching PRs every other week or every month or something like that. Now where I'm in TSW, topical steroid withdrawal, my immune system is out of whack. It's always on 10. And so I need to fuel my body as I typically would, plus the additional aspects of my immune system always being active, more active than normal. So I have to take in more calories. I have to take in much more protein. I have to take in much more fat just to maintain my weight. When I started going through TSW, I lost about 10 to 15 pounds in about 2 weeks. That was mostly water mass, but then I started losing physical mass as well. My strength started decreasing, not just because of the hormonal changes, but because my muscle mass was decreasing as well. About a month after I started, I could not squat more than 150 pounds. So what I did, I cut out certain foods, of course, but I made sure to replace them with things that would make me reach my macro goals. So I increased my protein intake from about 170 grams of protein, which was what I wanted to stay at, to a little above 200 grams of protein. Now I'm a little bit lower because things are starting to level out, but I exceeded my protein needs as much as I could with being on such a restricted diet. I think you should do the same, as well as increasing my calorie needs. So I was in a bit of a deficit before, but that was because I was kind of in the space of main gaining, I guess you could say. I wanted to be lean, but then also gain a little bit of muscle. So I kept my calories at balance. Now what I've started to do is I've started to increase my calorie intake to 500, 600, even 1,000 calories above my maintenance. I've actually seen myself gain a little bit of weight over time. Now I'm about 5 pounds heavier than I was at the beginning of the year. Now, accounting for things like water mass that I'm gaining because I'm eating significantly more, I'm also noticing that my skin is a little bit thicker just because of the inflammation. So that's also going to be something that's in there. But accounting for how strong I've been getting over time in the gym, I can tell that my muscle mass has also been increasing, finally. And so if you're walking through something like an inflammatory condition, you gotta make sure you're eating enough. You can't do what other people do who aren't walking through what you're walking through. You have to do more. And that's just how it is across the board. Anything that you're dealing with in life is gonna mean that you need to act differently than other people around you. So if you're walking through something like TSW or eczema or psoriasis or fibromyalgia, asthma that's really excessive, you're gonna have to account for things differently. And nutrition is just one of those aspects. If this helps, like, and if you like this content, subscribe. I try to upload things that will help anybody going through an inflammatory condition, more specifically eczema and TSW, reach health, fitness, and confidence goals in life.